Okay, I am back. Friend is back here, and we are going to watch another episode of One Step Beyond. My sinuses are fucked. I do apologize, that just happened. I've closed the windows to block out some of the sound because the last episode we filmed, there was a whole lot of interruptions, and I couldn't hear nothing. Thankfully, when I replayed it back, you can hear the show because what y'all are getting is much louder than what I'm hearing. I'm I'm hearing it very muffled because if I turn it up to where I can hear it loudly, it's going to be too loud on the recording, and then you're either not going to be hearing me or it's going to distort the audio because it's so loud and trying to record it. So it's a very I have to keep the audio at a certain level. And when the world is loud because there's police choppers circling constantly because of the crime in LA, it's difficult to hear. Anyways, I believe this is our last episode of season 1. It's called Echo. I might be wrong. There might be more episodes I need to look for.
The amazing drama you're about to see is a matter of human record. You may believe it or not. But the real people who lived this story, they believe it. They know. They took that one step beyond.
Only a very few moments ago, this was the scene of a tense human drama, played for very high stakes indeed. A man's life. A jury has just determined that Paul Marlin did not murder his wife. Thus, a sensational murder trial comes to an end. But sometimes, the end is also the beginning. Perhaps if Paul Marlin could have known what lay ahead, he would have preferred being found guilty.
Two episodes in a row about a man killing his wife.
Well,
Except the other one, he was
you just
found
going to
guilty.
sit there all day?
Got the guillotine.
What? Hasn't it gotten through to you yet? It's all over, Paul. You're a free man.
Yes, I know.
Such enthusiasm. It's not that I expect thanks, Paul. Nobody who charges the kind of fees I do should expect gratitude, too. But I had an idea that you might at least feel relieved.
Dan, I'm sorry. I'm just so bone tired I can hardly feel anything. I didn't even remember to thank you. No, I am relieved, and I'm very grateful, too. You were just wonderful. I'm lucky I had you for my attorney.
It's easy to be marvelous when your client is innocent. You're still thinking about Julie, huh?
I am. I don't know if I'll ever really stop. I only knew who did it or why.
What are you going to do with yourself, Paul?
Oh, I don't know. Start trying to pick up the pieces, I guess.
You could do with a change of scene.
Yes, I suppose so.
And a rest. You need a rest, Paul.
I'll think about it.
Never mind thinking about it. You're going to do something about it. Come on.
What's up with his hair? Why does it look strange?
Hey, Martin. My paper would like to know how you feel about being let off.
Being let off?
Okay. Being found not guilty.
Pretty silly question, isn't it? How do you think he feels?
Why don't you let your client answer, Counselor?
Well, you've gone so far out of your way to twist and distort everything I've said since my wife's death, I see no point in even trying.
How about you, Counselor? Do you want me to print no comment also? Or do you have anything to say about the very peculiar shortage of prosecution evidence and witnesses?
Not even the district attorney can produce what doesn't exist, Ferris.
Is that why the murdered woman's family wasn't even called to testify? Or did you and the DA decide they didn't belong at your private little trial?
Now look, Ferris. You know perfectly well I tried to reach a brother in New Zealand.
Sure you did. Tried real hard.
Yes, we did, but communications to the backcountry of New Zealand are practically non-existent. Besides, it wouldn't have possibly contributed anything relevant.
And you know that, of course, without even asking him.
Look, Ferris, what are you trying to build?
Okay, sorry, but if the sister was murdered here in America and the brother is living someplace where they can't even contact him by phone, how is he going to be any relevance to the murder? He was clearly thousands of miles away when it happened.
Trial's over. Your paper got a lot of circulation out of it. Now, why don't you find someone else to pick on?
It's just that I believe, along with a lot of people in this town, that Marlin killed his wife in cold blood.
Now, wait a minute,
Or
Ferris. I'm getting sick and tired
It
of
golf me
this.
to see him walking away scot-free.
Now, look.
Thanks. I got my headlines.
Paul, come on. I want to talk to you.
I walked right into his trap.
You know your nerves are on edge. All you needed was a push.
Look, Dan.
No,
I want to please. There's something I want to ask you. Now, the things he said about the trial, about the way it was handled.
No,
Now, you didn't-
Paul, it's just as I told you. The DA's office jumped before they had anything much to go on. By the time they realized they had no real evidence against you, what with the papers beating the drums, getting people worked up, they were publicly committed. They had to go through the motions.
All right, then why Ferris his personal vendetta with me? He can't possibly believe that I killed Julie, can he?
Oh, I doubt if he even cares, one way or the other. But he will go on needling you as long as it means good copy. And so will the rest of the press.
Which is just what you want me to avoid. That's why all this talk about going away?
Yes. You know, what Ferris said about some people in this town is true. People react emotionally, Paul. They react to cliches. Now, Julie was a lot older than you. You know that. She had a lot of money. And, well, people see too many plots in the movies. You know, they're affected by it. Now, it'd be wise to give the town a chance to cool off. Yourself, you need a rest. You can get a new perspective on things, come back with a fresh outlook.
Is that my lawyer's advice?
No, it's your friend's advice, Paul.
Okay, Dan. All right. I'll go away for a while.
So
Just
did
hate
he
the
do
idea.
it?
Looking as though I were running away.
But I know that these types of reporters can get into your mind, but is he feeling guilty because he did it?
Miss Wyckoff?
Yes.
Hello.
Or
I'm
because
Paul
they're
Marlin.
making him
I
feel
recognize
guilty?
you, Mr. Martin. The hotel phone. All I have left is a third floor rear.
I'm sure that'll be quite fine, thank you.
Well, it'll have to be. This is our season.
Yes, so I understand.
I'm sure you'll be quite comfortable.
Guess I'm lucky to get anything at all. It's right on the button.
How long do you expect to stay, Mr. Marlin?
Oh, I really had no plans. Would it matter to you?
Not a bit. Well,
Oh, yes, this'll be fine, thank you very much.
that'll be $6 a night.
Oh,
When you leave, I'll have the trunks moved tomorrow.
I can't tell if that's a lot or a little given the time period, but for reference, when I first got to Los Angeles, I stayed in Airbnbs, which were essentially $1 million homes that were filled up with bunk beds. Every room had as many bunk beds as it could fit, and I would pay $25 a night to have a bunk and to be able to use the restroom and the kitchen facilities. So for $6, this seems reasonable to me. This is a full room to yourself, fully furnished with a bed and 2 chairs. You're not having to share it with 12 other people and sometimes dogs.
Oh, they're no trouble.
Because this looks like a boarding house and not like a hotel. I don't know what they would have been called back then. Storm's coming. His storm. Tom Selleck? Why does he look like Mark Wahlberg in that shot? I'm pretty sure the Tom Selleck I just saw was this guy as well, but he's just like changed his appearance 3 times in 3 shots. Black and white distorts things so much, though. It's hilarious. There's a black and white movie I watched where I can't remember the actor's name. Who the fuck was that? I should focus on what we're watching. I might could watch that other movie though because it is on YouTube. It's an old Kevin Smith film. It's called Drawing Flies or Catching Flies. I can't remember. Okay, so I assume that he did kill his wife, and now he's having visions of himself doing that, and he can't rest because his mind is eat up with guilt of what he did.
Help you? Bourbon. Any particular? Anything.
Just wants to be drunk.
Water or soda? Another, please, a double. $1.50 for 3 shots is pretty good. These days, I'd be like Keep it.
$12 almost. Last time I went to a bar for karaoke, I got one Long Island iced tea that cost $12. And I barely felt
A little
anything.
water in it this time, please. Bartender, tell me something. What do you think? What's your name?
Oh, he's feeling
Joe.
something.
Tell me something. What do you think of people who see things that aren't there and hear things?
They've had too much to drink.
No, I mean, before they had too much.
In his profession,
Before
he
they've had
sees that.
even one drop.
Too much imagination, I guess.
That's it. Too much imagination. Too much imagination is a dangerous thing, you know? Like the man said. Now that's a good mirror. That is a mirror that I approve of. Friendly, you know? You look at it, looks back at you.
This is exactly how drunks
No
are.
tricks, just what's there. You know, Joe, I've got a mirror in my room. Very tricky mirror. Everything, the whole place is tricky. You can't trust it. And sounds and things that aren't even there. Clocks striking the wrong time. Dogs howling like they're supposed to do when somebody dies. Thunder, wind, and lightning after. And you know there was no thunder or lightning tonight. Man came in with a German Luger pistol, and he shot me.
Sure.
And I didn't even know him. I never saw him before in my life. And I was wide awake. I mean, it's not like a dream. I was wide awake. That's some imagination.
Bartender's gonna cut
It's
him
like
off.
I'm an inventor. I invented a person. I mean, this man didn't. He wasn't made up of all faces I'd known before, like in a dream. He was someone real. Tall, about my height.
May I have some change, please?
Hey, Tom Selleck's back.
Scotch water, please. No ice.
What's this supposed to be?
Pardon?
1 pound, Commonwealth of New Zealand.
I'm sorry. I've only been in the country a few hours. Takes a while to remember about the currency.
But his sister's brother? I mean, his wife's brother? Does the brother think that he killed the wife because of the rumors? Or does he know that he killed the wife because he knows the brother? I mean, he knows the husband. Man, I'm getting my adjectives all mixed up, aren't I?
Pardon, but
Is that a pinball machine? I don't see pinball machines anymore. They used to be on, like, in every little restaurant, in every bar. Laundromat. I used to play pinball when my grandparents did laundry.
Where? Anywhere. Well, there's one at 205 to San Francisco. At San Francisco. 450. Put your luggage on the ramp. The driver will pick it up when he gets here.
Huh?
Your luggage. Put it on the ramp.
No, I don't have any luggage, thanks.
He's coming. And he may or may not know what's going on.
Paul? What do you want? I'm Roger Wiley. Roger Wiley, you are Paul Marlin, aren't you?
Because they said they couldn't contact them, and then he's got this magazine about him punching the reporter that makes him look violent. It's not a great situation to be in. Did he have a gun, or did the brother come by?
What is it? Why'd you keep running? I told you I'm Roger Wiley. Julie's brother.
Why did the lady let him into the room that she has already rented out? He paid for it. You can't just let somebody else in.
Aren't you well? Shall I call a doctor? Well, the landlady said it'd be all right if I left my bags here while I went looking for you. Explain who I was.
Why did she say it would be all right? That's such an invasion.
How did you find me?
Your solicitor told me where you'd gone. I only landed in San Francisco this afternoon.
Oh. Why did you come here?
Julie's estate, for one thing. Then there's the matter of... Your gun bother you? I always carry it with me. It's a good thing to have along when you're out on the range for weeks at a time. Are you sure that you're all right?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine, really. Sorry, it's just nerves, that's all.
Julie's death. A terrible trial.
I'm sure the last month has been very unpleasant for you. It'll probably give anyone the shakes.
Be all right in the morning. Why don't we meet then? Over breakfast, maybe. We can have a talk.
That's a good idea. With the hotel full up, I hardly know where to look for a room at this hour.
Oh,
What
that
I
is
mean
a
is-
hotel.
Well, I thought perhaps I could flop in that chair for tonight.
Oh. Yes, of course. Why not?
Thanks.
You were saying there was another reason why you came?
Oh, yes. I've been out on the range rounding up some beef for shipment. I got back, I found this letter from Julia waiting for me, along with a notification from the court about the trial and all. Julia wrote this the day before she was killed.
Stay away from me. I know why you came. I had a warning.
You had a what?
I know why you're here, and I know why this gun, too. I saw it all happen.
Paul, I don't know what you're babbling about.
You're here to kill me. You read the newspapers, didn't you? You believe what they said, that I killed her, don't you? That I planned the whole thing to make it look like somebody had broken in just to cover up.
Paul, listen to me.
I don't believe anything of the sort. Why should I?
Why are you here? She told you everything in that letter.
Oh.
She knew everything right from the start, didn't she? I never fooled her, not for 1 minute, I'll bet.
Paul, give me the gun.
No.
Apparently
Don't
he
realize
did
what you're
kill her.
doing.
No, I tell you! I waited too long. I've planned all this too carefully to have it all blow up my face now. I am her heir! I am her sole heir!
You killed.
Yes! Yes. Not gonna take it away from me. Nobody's gonna cheat me of it now.
I mean, how do you cover that one up? He was sitting peacefully in a chair. I'm pretty sure he didn't know.
Roger. I only hope and pray you will believe that the last 6 months have been the happiest of my life. I know how foolish you thought I was to marry a man so much younger. I must confess I had my moments of doubt, too. But Paul loves me, really loves me, Roger. He proves it in 100 ways every day. I've never felt so alive, so wanted. Enough of this, dear brother. I want very much to give Paul something in return for all he's given me. I've decided to immediately transfer all my holdings, real estate, stocks, everything, to his name. And I want it to be a surprise. Naturally, there'll be some complications with those things you and I own together. And as it has been so long since we've seen each other, couldn't you find the time to come to San Francisco? It would be wonderful if you could. Besides, it's high time the two men in my life met and became friends. Julie.
So one thing, I guess he does need those Coke bottles in order to read. But, damn, she gave him everything she had, and then he killed her anyway. I mean, maybe he didn't know that she was transferring everything to him, but, like, what the fuck?
Paul Marlin went to the gas chamber insisting that he was the victim of an hallucination that drove him to murder. The only witness he had to support his plea was the bartender. Then bartenders hear so many strange things, don't they? Probably it was Paul's guilty conscience that somehow created the sights and sounds of his own destruction. His conscience was his executioner. In a moment, a program word about next week.
That's fucked up.